Hi, my name is Ellie, and today I'll be sharing with you some wisdom around what can occur when we begin to level up on our life's journey. When we're about to reach the next stage, turn a corner, and create a new exciting adventure for ourselves, when we begin to channel energy into moving forward, what can often happen is old recurring energies and frustrations present themselves in order to test you, in order to see if you are actually ready to embody what is required of you to take this next step in your journey. So do not think of it as a sign that you shouldn't do it. Think of it as a test, as in a test from the universe. Do you actually have what it takes to overcome these challenges which have presented themselves to you in your life over and over? Are you actually ready to handle it? So let's dive in. Sometimes when we are leveling up in our reality, what can happen is, the first example I'll give is a past energy will present itself in a person. It can even happen in someone that you already know, and they'll begin to embody a past energy, perhaps a manipulative energy that you didn't see in them or realize was present within them. Suddenly that will appear. Or literally an old person may come into your life, or an energy that feels very similar to an old person in your life. And your challenge is to navigate these processes with more dignity, clarity, peace, and ease than you have ever done so in the past. This is what is required of you in order to ensure that you are ready to physically embody these next steps and these next processes on your journey. Another aspect that the universe is requiring you to look at is your health, your physical health. This space within you is required to be working at its utmost, at its highest level. We're going to calibrate our physicality in order to hold and embody all of the new stages and steps and processes that are required to become the being that you are becoming. So this requires of you mindful movement, correct posture, better nutrition, proper hydration, looking at aspects in your life which are causing you stress. So all of these things will physically impact you, and this will affect your cognitive processes, your ability to be at peace and in harmony, your ability to engage with your heart center and work from the heart. If your physicality is not taken care of, this is the vessel in which you are currently experiencing consciousness. So how do you expect to have an easy or good or enjoyable ride if you are not taking care of your physicality? Another aspect or concern to address when we are leveling up in our consciousness is those levels, those areas in our life that are causing levels of stress to rise. So if we have work issues, if we also have relational problems, if we have car issues, we have these pillars in our lives that keep us steady and stable. And the more that each of these areas in our lives are filled with stress, the more that this stress seeps into our everyday life, and suddenly the small things are becoming very big things. You're getting angry in traffic, you're snapping at people for no reason, you're not as kind to strangers as you could be if you had a better baseline level of stress in your life. So it is about working with the energies and plugging up these energy drains, because if we have all of this going on, it is sitting with us, it is sitting in our body, we are bracing ourselves and we are holding tension. So how can we improve all areas of our life as we are leveling up on our journey? We need to be looking at these physical aspects and these stress responses as well. The final thing that I'm going to share with you is, when annoyances do occur in our life, how do we handle that? I would invite you to take a breath, to come into the present moment. again, this is physically embodying the present state of being. And from here, we can look at and reflect on why we are currently having emotional turmoil, why we are currently reacting the way that we're reacting. And it's an invitation to turn inwards and reflect internally. We're invited to look at sensations in the body and get curious around why these sensations occur when something outside of us occurs, and do we actually have any control over these physical inner occurrences within us, these responses that cause stress? The answer is yes. And when we come into embodying this present moment through the breath as a physical reminder to embody the present moment, we can then make a new choice and step forward in reality with a different decision. And this is a key in shifting our state and shifting our reality, is to embody the present moment through the breath, which allows us to expand our awareness, have a greater consciousness and understanding around what is going on internally for us, which allows us to then change reality by changing our initial responses. If we're not reacting, we're not on a loop, we're not perpetuating these ego patterns, we are presently embodying a new way of being. And that's all I have for you today, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation, and I'll see you in the next video.